has been a week and a half, Raptor fans, since I've last talked to you. My goodness, it has felt like forever. And the Raptors go out there today, and was it sloppy both, turnover-wise and officiating-wise? Oh, no question about it. However, the Raptors do find a way to beat the Phoenix Suns 118-101 at Scotiabank Arena and start a new win streak. They've now won their first game. I mean, it's only one game, but it doesn't matter. We can start something here. Great job by the Raptors today. Look, like I said, was it all around pretty? No, it wasn't really. But first game out of the All-Star break, did you expect that? No. 25 turnovers for the Toronto Raptors, a season high right there. That is not very pretty if you're a Raptor fan. But like I said, it's the first game back. It's gonna take some time to get back into the swing of things. However, you do have some very tough competition coming up, so you may damn well better get things rolling quickly. But let's get to this game here. And in the first quarter, it was just kind of a free-flowing game. Early on in the game, though, nobody could shoot the ball. They couldn't shoot, we couldn't shoot. That was kind of that whole thing, neither team were able to shoot very well, and it was just kind of a sloppy start to the game for both teams. But then Pascal Siakam is like, hold on, I've played the most lately. I played in the Skills Challenge and the All-Star game, so I'm the most, warmed up, I guess, if out of all the guys. What's going on with my jersey here? And he shows it there in the first quarter. I think he had, 17 of the 31 or something like that for the Raptors in that first quarter. Raptors do lead at 31-23 after one quarter of play. Exactly where you want to be. In the second quarter, the Raptors just put their foot on the gas and do not stop. 36-20 in the second quarter. And the Raptors are up big time going into halftime. I think they're up by 22, if I'm not mistaken, at halftime. That is a huge number, and they're feeling real good. Yeah, maybe not 22, maybe 21 or something. I don't know. You guys can do the math. You know I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. Nonetheless, they're up by plus 20 at halftime. You're feeling fantastic. But then in the third quarter, things start to turn. The Raptors start turning the ball over a lot more. I think they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter or something like that. That's a big number. But only 2 in the second. And you won by 16. But in the third, they get back to those turnovers. And they turn the ball over a ton early on. A lot of ghost foul calls, or phantom calls if you want to call them that. And then some craziness happens with Nick Nurse and the whole stupid... I'm not even getting into this kind of stuff. All I know is that Serge Ibaka's 5th foul was bogus. Couldn't be challenged because the officials are too damn stupid. As we all know this. This is not new to any of us. Therefore, it can't be challenged. But the reason I'm not getting so uptight about it is because DeAndre Ayton, I think he missed both free throws. So that's why I'm not getting all antsy, plus we won by 17. If we lost the game and he made both, yeah, we'd be talking about that big time. But I'm not even going to get into that kind of stuff, guys, because you know what? You won by 17. Let's keep this thing positive, fresh, and nice. How about we keep it like that? And in that third quarter, like I said, it was just an all over the place type of third quarter. You gave up 35 to the Raptors and only scored 26. You were minus 9 in the quarter, and just like that, it's a 13-point game, if I'm not mistaken, going into the fourth. No, 13, 15. It was a 15-point game going into the fourth quarter. And at one point it was down to 13. So we're like, okay, well, we got to take it easy here, guys. We got to get that foot back in the gas pedal. The early goings to the fourth quarter, same as the third. Meanwhile, Serge Ibaka is still not able to go out there because he has 5 fouls, and the Raptors clearly showed that they needed Serge out there in that fourth as they struggled. And at one point, if I'm not mistaken, it got down to 5 or 6. That's not where you want it. What happened to that plus 20-point lead? It was gone. But then every time they got it down to 5 or 6, the Raptors went on a 7-0 run or something big like that to kind of propel themselves back out in front. And then at one point, Serge Ibaka came back out, and we're all like, all right, enough is enough. He gets the job done. Big time for Serge Ibaka in this one. And the Raptors actually do win that fourth quarter 25-23. win it by 17, 118-101. And you get back into the win column, exactly what we want to see. Win number 41 on the year for the Raptors, 41-15 on the season after that loss they had against Brooklyn before the All-Star break. You come out of the All-Star break and you get a W. It wasn't pretty. Like I said, 25 turnovers, a season high. But you know what? We'll take the W and we'll move on because it's a regular season game against not a very good team. You get the W, you move on from it on Drake night. It was great to see Drake there too. Talking to Matt and Jack about everything, really. The new album he's doing right now and everything like that. Good to see Drake there cheering on the Raps, and he seems like he's going to be there on Tuesday against Milwaukee, right? Mike Budenholzer. You guys remember that from the playoffs. Oh, Drake in the playoffs. Wasn't that so fun? And hey, maybe it could happen again this year. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's get to the stats here. And we're going to wait on the player stats because, we all know there's great things happening there. All right, and I know exactly the first thing I'm going to say when we get to that bit. The Raptors as a team shot 52% from the field and 38% from three. It's a solid numbers. 50% from the field, 38% from beyond the arc. You did exactly what you needed to do. You'd love to shoot a little bit better from three? Yeah, but 38 as a team ain't bad. You hold them. Listen to these numbers. And this is how good this Raptor team was today. We hold them to 41% from the field and 18% from three. They only made 6 threes. You want to know something funny? The Raptors blocked 4 of them. Is it four of those blocks? I think it was 4 chase down blocks from beyond the arc. You don't see one very often, let alone 4. And we had 4 of those and they had 6 threes total. I mean, it tells you right there the dominance the Raptors had when it came to containing the 3-point shot of the Phoenix Suns. They shot 83% from the line, 19 for 23. Big time, and 2 of those misses were DeAndre Ayton on that foul. Ball does not lie. It don't lie. And the Raptors were 20 for 22 from the line, 91% from the line. Haven't seen a lot of those this year, but a really good job at the line for the Raptors today. Helping Pascal, I think, was like 8 of 8 from the line, so that's really good to see for him. Rebounding, look, even though they had the big freak himself, DeAndre Ayton, 48-34 in favor of the Raptors on the boards, plus 14 on the glass, but they were plus 3 in the offensive glass, so there's that. You can take it for what it is. 24 assists for the Raptors, 7 steals to their 12, 13 blocks to the Raptors. 13! Big time rim protection. It showed a lot early. I think they had 2 or 3 in the first 5 minutes. So it really showed what was going to happen during the game. 13-3 in the blocks. But like we talked about, 25 turnovers for the Raptors. Way too many. I mean, we can all... There's no going around it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. 25 turnovers is way too many. It's double what this team is usually doing. But again, it's the first game back after the break, so we're not really worrying about it. If you are worrying about it, pump those brakes because it's nothing to worry about. All right, like we talked about, points of the paint were plus 6, 52-46, and second chance points 15-12 in favor of Toronto, even though they won the offensive glass category, so very good job there. And in the fast break, Raptors do what they do as when they're the most dominant, 30-17 in favor of the Raptors in the fast break, so good job, and 21-21 in points off a turnover. So yes, we turned the ball over 25 times to their 17, by the exact same points off of turnovers, so you didn't allow those turnovers to hurt you as much as they could have. So that's good news if you're a Raptor fan, but you can't let that happen against a good team. You just can't. A team like Indiana, a team like Milwaukee, the next 2 teams that you do face, you can't let that kind of thing happen. So that's just that. First off, MVP of the game before I even get anywhere else, Pascal Siakam. No doubt about it. 37 points, 12 boards, 3 assists on 12 of 19 shooting. Extremely efficient. 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Fantastic. 5 of 9 from 3. Just gorgeous. And he also had 3 blocks. He had one of the chase down blocks in this one. Good job for Pascal. Plus 16 while he was on the floor. And OG Anunoby. What happened there? OG Anunoby made a difference. 12 points, 5 boards, and an assist on 5 of 9 shooting. 2 of 2 from the line. Missed both threes, but made an impact. Had a steal and 4 blocks to OG. And it was a plus 19 when he was on the floor. So a great night of basketball for the young OG. And Serge Ibaka only played 26 minutes because of the stupid foul trouble he got into. 16.6 boards even in that time. 6 of 10 from the field. 2 of 2 from the line. 2 of 4 from 3. He had a block in this one. Plus 13 when he was on the floor. The starters got the job done today, guys. That was a big, big time game for the Raptors. And Fred VanVleet, 14.7 boards, 7 assists. Big time game for Steady Freddy. 6 of 13 shooting. 2 of 7 from 3. A couple steals in the ball game. And a plus 18 was on the floor, including that absolutely nasty spin move he had. It was in the first quarter or the second quarter. You guys know what I'm talking about if you guys watch the game. Kyle Lowry, the double-double, 13 points, 10 assists, 5 boards on 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 of 8 from 3, and a steal in the ball game. Was a plus 4 while he was on the floor. By the way, before I keep going, 7 guys in double figures. Beautiful. It tells you the balance of this squad. All right, and then you have the bench doing what they do best. Terrence Davis. You know, the crazy thing about Terrence Davis and TD2 that we've talked about, I think Drake called him TD3 on the broadcast. I don't know if you guys heard that. If you guys did, well, love you, Drake, but it's Terrence Davis II. So I'm just going to give you that. But we love you, Drake, so it's okay. It's okay. Now, what we talk about for Terrence Davis, guys, in the last 2 games before the All-Star break, he had a combined 4 points on 1 of 11 shooting. He was having a really tough time in the last 2 games after that stretch of incredible basketball games he put together. And in the first game back, this is what tells me that he is a different type of player than just a rookie. You know, any rookie that goes into the break playing like that probably comes out of the break playing like that. Well, Terrence Davis was out there today and completely forgot what happened before the All-Star break. 14 points, 3 boards, and an assist on 6 of 11 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. He had a steal in the ball game, and he was a plus 12. He was on the floor. Great job by Terrence Davis coming in off the bench, doing a job in the 25 minutes that he had to play. And Rondé Hollis-Jefferson had to play 24 minutes because of Serge Ibaka's foul trouble. But, you know, I got to give it to Rondé. He gave energy. I shouldn't be surprised because that's what he does every damn night. 10 points, 4 boards, couple assists on 2 of 5 shooting. He's 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Good job, attaboy. 1 steal, a block in the game, too, plus 8 was on the floor. I can't say anything wrong with that. And Chris Boucher, 2 points, 3 boards, and on 1 of 3 shooting, missed the 1-3, took it a steal, and 4 blocks. I think he had 2 or 3 chase down blocks from beyond the arc, too. I don't know what was up with the Raptors today. They just could sense those 3 balls, and they weren't trying to fake them. They were just taking them. But he got the win. And that's what matters. And as I said a little bit earlier on, the next 2 contests for the Raptors, actually, how did Boston end up doing? They ended up winning, so there goes that. But the Raptors' next 2 contests are tough. And the remaining schedule the rest of the way ain't easy. Remember, we talked about that 15-game winning streak and how the schedule maybe wasn't as hard as we all thought it would be. So maybe that's a help of why it was a 15-game win streak, or 16, or whatever the heck it was. There was too many damn wins at this point. But with the schedule now, you know, turning the page a little bit to a little bit more tough schedule, because now you have Indiana at home on Sunday. Then on Tuesday, as I mentioned earlier, you welcome in Giannis, maybe a future Raptor. We're not going to get into that kind of stuff, but anyways, that game is at 7:30 on Tuesday night. The possible Eastern Conference Finals, maybe. You know, I don't know what's going to end up happening there, but that's going to be on Tuesday night there. And it just doesn't get any easier. You know, okay, they face Charlotte, but then they go to Denver. They go on a pretty lengthy road trip. You're in Phoenix. And you saw how Phoenix played today. They grinded, they fought, they clawed. And you're in Golden State. But I know you end that road trip, where is it? On a back-to-back in Utah. So you're on like a 5-game road trip out west after that Charlotte game. So, look. It's going to be a tough schedule, but you got to take it game by game. They won today, perfect, exactly what you needed to do. Now you got Indiana at home, and the Raptors, like we talked about during that 15-game win streak, or 16, or I think it was 15. You had to play home and home against Indy, and you won both. So I'm not saying you should win that game against Indiana because they're a damn good basketball team. So you got to go out there on Sunday. No Gasol still, no Powell, and I don't know why you need to rush them because there's really no need to. But you take on Indy, 6 p.m. tip-off there on Sunday. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the victory there this evening, because I sure did. Smash the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video. Everything you want to talk about when it comes to Toronto Raptors. Also, we heard that Markieff Morris discussion, but it looks like he's going to sign with the Lakers, which is quite unfortunate for Raptor fans. But, I mean, it wasn't a big thing. Just kind of came up today, and we're like, that could be interesting. Then we're like, yeah, then it got shut down pretty quick. No, it looks like he's going to go to the Lakers. My God, we're like, okay, well, thanks for kind of getting our hopes up, jerks. But anyways, guys, Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Patreon link is down below. If you're interested in signing up for that, the link is down below. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition. It'll be tomorrow night. It'll probably be a later upload, though. But because I'm going out with a buddy, and it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. But the video will probably be uploaded to you guys tomorrow night at some point. It's a matter of when. It's a 7 o'clock puck drop for the Leafs at Scotiabank Arena against the Carolina Hurricanes. A big game for the Leafs there. Carolina lost today to the New York Rangers, so maybe give a little separation for the Leafs between the Canes and the Leafs. Reimer and Anderson are the expected goaltenders in that game on Saturday, 7 o'clock puck drop there at Scotiabank Arena. And as for our Toronto Raptors, as we talked about, their next contest is on Sunday as they welcome in the Indiana Pacers to Scotiabank Arena, 6 p.m. tip-off on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys know the video. Talk to you guys then.